in every little square. So it's at 0800, 1200, 1600, and then you're going to at 1600 here because it's QID. So it's every 4 hours, 2000, and that's the 4 times that you're going to be giving it a day. Then you have here your calendar, the dates. So after I give it today, where am I going to initial it? On my date. And then what time is it right now? 8:48. You can give a medication 1 hour before, 1 hour after it has been prescribed. So this medication was prescribed QID and the first hour was at 8 o'clock. Am I still able to give it at this time? Yes. So I'm still clear to give it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my date, which today is the second. And then I'm going to initial on the 8 o'clock in the morning on the 2nd. So now that I know that I'm going to have this medication to give to my patient as well as the next one, and I see that the order says GT, which is your G2. Now I'm going to do everything that I normally do, which is check my order. Now I'm going to, what's my next step?
I'm going to gather my
supplies. So I know that I'm going to have to check for placement. What am I going to do to check for placement? I'm going to grab a 60cc syringe. I'm going to grab a stethoscope. I'm going to grab my medication that I'm going to need to administer. I'm going to have a pill crusher, as you guys can see here. And then I'm going to go ahead and have the little pill crusher sleeves. And then you're going to need all your little cups for your medications. So the first thing that I want to do after I gather my supplies, I come in the knock on the door. And then what do?
Identify yourself.
You identify yourself and you identify your patient. Now that you've identified your patient and that you know that this patient has these medications ordered and you have to go ahead and give them, now I can check for placement. So what I'm going to do, I don't have a mannequin, so we got to improvise. This is my G2. So this is what you would see. Okay? So this is going to be facing out of the stoma, and you're going to see this part is going to be inside. So normally this is how we're able to adjust this. So sometimes you'll see that it's not, it's a little further in. Okay? So what I'm going to do to check my placement is I'm going to have my stethoscope. I'm going to go ahead and have my 60cc syringe, and I'm going to attach it. This is going to be closed. We're going to go ahead and kink it. We don't want to make sure that those stomach gastric contents don't come out and splatter on you. So I'm going to kink it. I'm going to open it, open the port, attach my syringe. First thing I want to do is give 20 to 30 cc's of air fast. But first I'm going to have my stethoscope on. I'm going to place my stethoscope on the stomach and I'm going to push the air fast. And I'm going to hear for that gurgling sound in the stomach. So that's one way that I can measure and make sure that I'm in the right place. Second way is that I'm going to aspirate. So same thing like we learned in injections, we're going to aspirate. But we're aspirating for the contents of the stomach. So now you're going to go and you're going to see that there's gastric contents here. Sometimes you might see a lot of contents. So we do have another container where we can flush those contents in there. Sometimes you won't see a lot of content. If it's more than 500 cc's of gastric content, that's too much. So you don't want to give medications and push more fluid in there. So you want to report it to the doctor and then follow whatever procedure they want.